You want to make a sauce that makes anything taste incredible. It works on pork, steak, chicken, fish, veggies, or even pasta. This silky rich sauce changes everything. I learned it 30 years ago and I still use it today. First though, a quick prep. Sound good? Let's cook.
We're going to quickly small dice a half of one shallot. You can absolutely substitute with a red, sweet, or white onion. The reason for the smaller dice is because the cooking time is so short and it will speed up the flavor release. Transfer it over to a 2 or 3 quart pot. Next up, and super important, pour in a half cup of white wine, and any dry white wine will work here. Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, or Pinot Grigio are all great. Now, if you don't drink alcohol or just don't want to use it, you can substitute with 1 cup of chicken stock and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and that combo should get you decently close and still be delicious. Remember, just use what you've got. And at this stage, we're going to hit it with a bit more acidity with 1.5 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. The other option that you can use is white distilled vinegar or even lemon juice. But since the name of this sauce is Beurre Blanc, it translates from French to English as white butter. Vinegars like apple cider and red wine vinegar, unfortunately, are out of the question. We want to keep this as consistent and as classical as possible. Take the pot back over to the cooktop and over low, medium to medium-ish heat. What we want to do is cook this down to au sec or nearly dry, or as I was taught, almost gone. There should be 2 to 3 tablespoons left when it's done, which honestly will only take a few minutes. The flavors will concentrate and help with emulsifying the butter. Trust me, you're going to love this, and better yet, you can absolutely pull this off just like professional chefs do in restaurants. Now, speaking of such, let's mise out 2 sticks or 8 ounces of unsalted butter. And I get this question a lot about unsalted butter, but I always use it simply for the fact that I want to control the sodium content. I don't want a butter company to do it, and neither should you. Once it's cut up, just going to transfer it over to a bowl and then adding it to the freezer. You want the butter to be as cold as possible so that it can melt really slowly, allowing enough time for it to emulsify. And after just another minute or so, let's go have a look at our reduction, and yeah, we're there, all sec, just a few tablespoons left. Just the smells of this already are incredible. Now at this stage, with the heat still at that low to medium range, I'm going to add in half of the amount of butter while swirling the pan and constantly whisking it at a decent pace, maybe like 3,000 RPMs. I don't know, but seriously, a good pace. This will allow the butter to start to melt at a really good rate where it won't break, and so that it will not just be simply melted butter. We want this to emulsify to give us that silky, rich, creamy goodness. Once it's whisked in there, then we're going to add in the remaining butter and continue to swirl the pan and whisk it so that it's completely incorporated into the rest of the sauce. I know, I'm sure you're feeling like you're borderline getting carpal tunnel, but that 1 to 2 minutes of constant whisking is worth it, ensuring it is emulsified and to the exact viscosity we want. Stick with me though, because once you see the versatility in this, it will be your go-to sauce. Perfection, my friends, and these procedures make it dang near impossible for the butter to separate in the sauce. Once the butter is completely emulsified in, let's take it off the heat and continue to whisk it on a heat-safe surface or just a kitchen towel and bring down the heat slightly so that it gently thickens up. Then give it a season of salt. It won't take much, but do take care that it is seasoned properly, and the best way to know that is practice or of course trying it yourself. And I really can't wait to show you how perfect the viscosity of this sauce is and how versatile it is. But first, real quick, what happens if your heat was too high and the sauce starts to break? We'll immediately remove it from the heat, and the 3 easiest ways I know how to reverse this process is to add in a crushed ice cube or 2 and whisk it in. This will immediately cool down the sauce and help bring it back together. The next way is the same procedure, except the replacing of ice with 1 to 2 tablespoons of cold whipping cream. This will also help stabilize things, stop it from breaking, and re-emulsify it. And last but not least, and this is how chefs do it, especially in the Michelin scene, sprinkle in and whisk in about a 1/4 teaspoon or a half gram of xanthan gum. These are just an FYI in case you accidentally took it too far, but I believe you'll get it right the first time. Okay, let's finish this up. Now you don't have to, but I like to strain it just so that it has that silky smooth consistency, and a chinois or a fine mesh strainer will work. And again, just want the shallots out of there. And this is why I do it, because let me show you how creamy and beautiful the sauce is. Excellent viscosity, I can't say that word enough, and richness, and the perfect nappe consistency, which means that it will easily coat the back of a spoon. Even if you run your finger through it, the sauce on top isn't going to keep running all the way through that little streak. This is looking good, but the moment of truth is the taste.
It's so good. I mean, every time I taste it, it brings me right back to that first time that I ever made it. It's amazing, but listen, we aren't done with this yet. There's loads more that we're going to do with this.
And the possibilities for this sauce truly are endless. Whether you are pan-searing some chicken breast and adding it to the top, or just some simple boiled or steamed asparagus, this will take it to the next level guaranteed. Or my personal favorite, some seared bone-in double thick cut pork chops, this sauce just makes things magical, seriously. You could also use it over some grilled steaks, no matter the cut, honestly. Filet, strip, ribeye, hanger, pour it over all of it. The buttery, slightly acidic sauce just enhances any protein so dang well. And also, believe it or not, it's excellent if you're making pasta with a few other things in it, like veggies or chicken or garlic. It will absolutely bring the pasta to life as the base sauce for it. You seriously won't be able to put your fork down. Then of course, perhaps for the most common pairing is serving it up with seafood. This would go amazingly well on any shellfish or fish fillet. It just works. Now because of these flavors, it's a sauce that doesn't mask, it only looks to enhance. Now the sauce is meant to be used within about 30 minutes or so of making it. It will hold and stay emulsified. But if you must and have to store it, cover it and keep it in the fridge. Then over a pot of simmering water in a bowl, we want to gently and slowly re-emulsify it over this double boiler. This is hands down the best way to do it. My guess is though, it's going to be long gone within a few minutes of making it. It's that good, and it's that good with seriously everything, which is why it is still my go-to.
Now what you want to do is pour this goodness all over my sea bass. I've got an awesome video where I show you 3 different ways to cook it. You're going to love it. See you over there.
That's like the best pork ever, too. How do I leave him? Peace.